Okay, I see we have a rather large group here tonight. This is our city government at work, folks. Let me lay some ground rules. There will be no outbursts from anybody. There will be no innuendos. I understand we're going to have some assigned speakers for the large group. Uh, and believe me, if there's any problems, see that policeman right back there? He will remove you from the meeting. We have to, it's a large group, we have to get through it, and we welcome each and every one of you. Okay, time is 6:06, and the Pharr Planning and Zoning Commission will come to order. Roll call,
Danny Wiley,
speak, present.
Charlie Ramirez,
Here.
Jonathan Laraga,
Present.
Romeo Robles,
Here.
Rafael Munguia, Luis Madrigal,
Present.
Andy Castro.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Excuse for the absent members.
Mr. Chairman, I move to excuse the absent members.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. One more thing, please turn your phones off so it won't be ringing. Public testimony, anybody signed up?
Yes, sir. We do have 20 individuals signed up for public testimony. I'm going to go ahead and name those off, but we do have 3 individuals who will be representing for the group. So the 20 individuals: Juan Carlos Paez, Maribel Villarreal, Maria M. Ramos, Una Borbus, Janelle Garza, Cynthia Bautista, Sarah Lozano, Juana Arellano, Carmen Arellano, Petra Gutierrez, Lázaro Villarreal, Oscar Lozano Jr., Francisco Rodriguez, María Isabel Rodríguez Sáenz, María Isabel Rodríguez, San Juanita Alanis, Rosana Flores, Ernesto Bautista, María Busby. And the first individual, Juan Carlos Paez.
Come on up.
Please state your name and address of residence.
Good afternoon. My name is Juan Carlos Paez. I live at 2807 South Gardenia Street. Lived out there since 77. My parents had bought a piece of land out there, 2 acres. And a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed. The only thing that I'm disappointed is that these type of things happen to our communities, and we are not given advanced notice of what's happening. To change a zoning from a single family to multiple family would mean chaos in our neighborhood. Most of the people still own the 2 acres. Not only will it increase crime, even though the police department is just about a mile and a half away from there, they're still shooting out there. Not at the gun range, but they're still shooting out there. There's no sidewalks. There's no proper drainage. That's not even the what makes me angry. What makes me angry is that you took it upon yourselves not to let us know as a community. We're all going to be affected, regardless if we live next door or not. That is our street. It's not even ready for heavy trucks. And then we have that big iron company that's out there in Rancho Blanco Road that goes through there all the time. 80,000 pounds, because that's steel that they're carrying. Nobody says anything. Maybe because we're still considered rural. I don't know. We have county roads. We don't have city roads. And you want to.
Your time has expired, Mr.
Thank you.
Paez. The next individual, Sergio Rodriguez. Gutierrez, I'm sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. Sergio Gutierrez.
Sergio Gutierrez, I'm at 2906 South Flag, which I'm back to back to this proposed project. I'm going to keep it as clean as possible, but yes, we're all going to be affected in a lot of ways. The way I see it is, especially us, we're right behind that property. We're not expected to develop in what the proposed idea is, which is not suitable for the neighborhood, for the whole community in the area. It's not designed for it. Everything that is applied and painted in the beautiful image as far as the future construction, the schooling close by, the beautiful image that is, it's apparently, to show the public, yeah, it will be nice to rent an apartment. Fire hydrants, they're not within reachable, distance. I don't want to be redundant, as far as, the sidewalks and everything else, but mainly us, as far as, being next to it, we're not even having the adequate, fencing. On top of that, the major thing that eventually is going to take down our neighborhood is, the depreciated value of in the area for most properties, and obviously the increase of the taxes. We are not, yes, if anybody wants to build a home, next, half acre, 1 acre homeowners, so we can knock the door and say, hello, how are you? And we'll go by their names, not necessarily individuals. They're going to be renting. We have no even who can direct, the approach, who can be responsible for those issues.
Your time has
As neighbors,
expired.
thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oscar Lozano?
Oscar Lozano, 601 West Corpus. I think we're all going to be directly impacted by this. We're a very close-knit community here. We're not multi-family, we're multi-generational here. Where the father lives next to the daughter, to the grandkids. We don't know what kind of people are going to come in here, A simple Google search shows that there's an increase in crime around apartments. We don't want that. We don't know what kind of people are going to be coming in here. It's all nice and dandy when it's a brand new complex, but what about 2, 3, 5 years from now, when 50 people have cycled through there? Who is going to be moving in next to us? I think we've all heard this saying before: the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one, and the many vote no. No on the rezoning, no on the property increase, no, no, just the simple no. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
That's it.
That concludes
Okay,
items.
we'll close the public testimony. Approval of the minutes of February the 14th, 2022.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the minutes February 14, 2022.
Second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries. Public hearing.
Good evening. My name is Nelly Terrazas, Planner One with the City of Pharr. Tonight, we have 2 items for your recommendation. First item, Spore Engineering Consultants representing Craig R. Funke. Owner has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from Agricultural and/or Open Space District AO to Heavy Commercial District HC in order to develop and construct a logistics company on subject property. The subject site is located to the east side of South Cage Boulevard and is physically located within the 4500 block of South Cage Boulevard. The property is legally described as being 5.49 acres, more or less, out of Lot 260, Kelly Pharr Subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property fronts South Cage Boulevard, a 120 to 150 principal arterial that runs north and south with a posted speed limit of 40 to 50 miles per hour or less, as identified in the City of Pharr's thoroughfare plan. The property and the properties to the north, east, south, and west were annexed on April 19, 1983 as Agricultural and/or Open Space District AO. The property to the north and the north portion of the properties to the west were rezoned to General Business District C on July 17, 2017 and November 1st, 2007. The south portion of the properties to the west was rezoned to Heavy Commercial District HC on January 15, 2008. There have been no zoning requests within the general vicinity of the subject property since then. The property is generally designated for commercial and public, semi-public use in the land use plan. The Heavy Commercial District HC is established to provide adequate space and site diversification for commercial establishments, which would involve influences that would be objectionable in other commercial districts or adjacent to residential districts. Included in this district are commercial uses that involve large volumes of truck traffic, outside operations, and storage of materials and equipments, either for sale or as part of the business, excessive noise from heavy service operations, or any other possibly blighting influences. This subject is commercial in nature but has some aspects that are similar to industrial uses. The noise, traffic, litter, late night hours, outside storage of material and equipment, and other possibly blighting influences require adequate buffering. 9 letters were mailed out to the surrounding property owners, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received 1 phone call to the letters or the legal notice in opposition of the item. Development Services is recommending approval of the request to rezone from Agricultural and/or Open Space District AO to Heavy Commercial District HC as the property meets area requirements, has adequate ingress and egress. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of March 7, 2022 at 4 p.m. And we do have representation in the audience.
Does the applicant have any comments at this time?
Any comments?
Steve Spore Engineering Consultants, 202 South 4th, McAllen, Texas. We're in agreement with the staff recommendation.
Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Is there anybody in the affected area signed up to speak on this item?
No one in the affected area, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing, open it up to board discussion. I have a question. There's
Okay.
look like there's a house and a trailer, mobile trailer, just south of there, or maybe it's in that property. Is that included in there?
Yes, so this one will be a 40 by 50 office space, since that will be the business. Oh, the house on the property to the south?
Yes.
Yes, that's already,
No, Mr. Chairman, the property to the south is not within
It's not
the
part of
area.
this?
No, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
'cause you
it's
can't
not-
tell with
yeah.
all that brush and everything.
Yes, sir. No, just the
Oh.
highlighted area that's in yellow.
Okay. Any further discussion? None? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor up for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve change of zone 220104.
Okay. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Spore.
okay. Second item. Hugo de la Garza, representing 33 Construction and Energy LLC. Owner has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from single-family residential district R1 to residential multifamily high-density district RMFHD in order to develop and construct duplexes on subject property. The subject site is located east of South Gardenia Street and is legally described as being lots 13 and 14, seeing Subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is physically located at 3001 and 3009 South Gardenia Street. The property fronts South Gardenia Street, a 70-foot minor collector that runs north and south at a posted speed limit of 30 miles per hour or less, as identified in the City of Pharr's thoroughfare plan. The property and the properties to the north, east, south, and west are currently zoned single-family residential district R1 and were annexed on November 1st, 1994. There have been no other zoning requests within the general vicinity of the subject property since that time. The property is generally designated for single-family residential use in the land use plan. The residential multifamily high-density district, RMFHD, is established to provide adequate space and site diversification for medium to high-density areas. This may be a zone for transitional areas developed for single-family usage. But because of the need of rehabilitation or changes in the character of the neighborhood, are now deemed suitable for some multifamily development. This zone allows medium to high-density developments and should be located where additional requirements for street, water, and fire protection, wastewater drainage, and adequate open space shall be met. RMFHD uses should not run traffic over long distances of single-family residential size streets or neighborhoods and should be located close to arterials or collectors capable of carrying the additional traffic. Multifamily developments are not a buffer between single-family and commercial uses and should be properly buffered from non-residential land uses and traffic, or from pollution and environmental hazards. 12 letters were mailed out to the surrounding property owners and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. 20 public testimonies on the item and 2 public hearings in opposition of the item. That's what the staff received. Staff Development Services is recommending denial of the request to rezone from single-family residential district R1 to residential multifamily high-density district RMFHD, as the property is not compatible with adjacent and nearby uses and may have detrimental impact to the neighborhood character. The property does meet area requirements. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of March 7, 2022 at 4 p.m. And we do have representation, as well as I wanted to add for clarification under the addendum memorandum. It does say approved. It should be read as denial.
Okay, does the applicant have any comments at this time?
Omar Cano, I'm an engineer with the Supreme Engineering. I'm representing the owner. We had a meeting, pre-development meeting with the staff, and my client agreed with all the minimum requirements from the city. We are running a trunk line, a storm line, to have a drainage properly within the property. We still don't know how many apartments are gonna be there, but if it's approved, we're definitely gonna bring that to the staff and follow all the minimum requirements from the city.
Good afternoon. It's gonna be a slow process.
State your name and address, please.
Hugo de la Garza, 26 Salamanca Street in Pharr. I live couple of blocks from there. It's I'm barely new on the project on the construction business, but I know for experience from my father. Also, it's gonna be as if it's being approved, it's gonna be a slow construction, little by little. I'm not gonna build whole buildings or complete it's gonna be one or two apartments. It's not gonna be that much. And all requirements from the city will be made. And they're gonna be nice apartments. They're not gonna be just second floor with a lot of people on it. They're gonna be nice apartments with different a little more. I don't know how to say in English, sorry. Más bonitos, pues. Sí, se va a hacer una estructura más bonita, más moderna. Si se necesita ampliar la calle, al parecer, creo que era por parte de la ciudad, se iba a considerar eso. El drenaje y todo lo necesario. Estamos cerca de dos zonas multifamiliar también que están en la esquina. No sé si se han aprovechado al 100%, pero pues tratamos de hacer algo por nuestra familia y pues por el vecindario también. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Is there anybody in the affected area signed up to speak on this item?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we do have 3 individuals within the affected area. First individual is Maria Villarreal. She will have her daughter speak on her behalf.
Hello, I'm Maribel Villarreal from 3100 South Flag. The gentleman just said, he brought up the topic, gentleman just said, a lot of people in the places that he plans to build, little by little, but a lot of people. So it comes back to the same thing, that everybody's concerned about all these people in this place, like the crime rate going up with the drug sale, the drug usage, the illegal people que pues se pueden esconder ahí easier. We had an incident recently, 3 months ago, where we had illegals there down the street, and tuvo que venir the U.S. Border Patrol and had to, pull them out. We had all these problems, and the man just stated a lot of people. So that's a big issue, a big concern for all these people, that, he says he's going to start little, but then what? Little is not going to be for for a little while. It's going to be, I don't want money, I don't know. Just the issue is concerning, also the issue is concerning about all the traffic that's going to be coming in and out of there. We already have issues with traffic for the reason being the steel mill that's there. All the cars that people that work there, they park on the side of the road. I mean, that's already a problem because they're all parking. They have parking inside the building, or inside their area, pero están todos parqueados outside on the road. So it's it's bad, you know, and then all these other people coming in there, it's going to be heavy traffic constantly in and out, you know, and also the drainage, you know, he says that they're going to help or fix the drainage or I don't know, I didn't quite understand. But you see, we've had problem with the drainage before and we've have come to the city with it and they never did anything about it, you know, so is it going to happen
Ma'am,
before
your time has
or
expired.
after? Okay, thank you.
Next individual, Hecario Elacrio Gonzalez.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Heraclio Gonzalez. I reside at 3010 South Flag Street. I'm the immediate neighbor to this property. With the elevation of these buildings, no proper sewer, no gutters, no none of that, no curb. The water flow, by all means, is going to come to my side of the street, as long as to theirs, the neighbor to the north. About the sewer and the flooding, we see it all every day on Hot Acres. It's been an ongoing issue. Even though with sewers and everything in place, nobody has done anything about it. Property taxes, we all hate to pay taxes, but we still pay them. They're gonna go up, but the value is gonna go down because nobody wants to live next to a multifamily residential. You know, 15, 20. He said a little bit, it could be 20, it could be 40, it could be 100, you know, at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Last individual, Una Gutierrez. Her son, Sergio Gutierrez, will be speaking on her behalf.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna make it as prompt as possible. I know you heard everything maybe once or
Your name
twice.
and address.
Steffi Gutierrez, I'm sorry. Again, the same residence, 2906 South Flag, which is back to this proposed construction. We all know why we're here. We're trying to oppose something that is not good for the whole zoning, and I'm just gonna take maybe 3 seconds or 4 for each category. The traffic, as soon as we open up the new Javelina Road, the increase of traffic went up probably 300-400%. There's 2 exits that you can come out of that property. Coming over here on the north side on Gardenia facing Kennedy School, and the other 2 exits is coming out to the high school on southwest. So you're catty corner. You were in a T. Increasing traffic is not good. Increasing of the taxes is not good. The valuation on the properties is not good. We're just not prepared for that. Apartments, it's not suitable for the area. Maybe an acre in the future, they decide, as a matter of fact, maybe I believe the property must be real for sale. You can maybe consider, check it out for yourselves. It's not 100% sold. Well, that's what I'm told. Sell it as a 1 acre properties, instead of selling, try to build, apartment complexes. Yes, it's a good business for whoever wants to plan the apartment complexes and revenue from the rent. But we are a family community area. That's what we are. And regardless of, what the motive is, yes, maybe the intentions are there, but it's just not suitable for the area, not yet, because, everything, the facilities that a zone or city.
Your time has
that we need-
expired, Mr.
Thank you.
Gutierrez. That concludes public hearing, yes.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing, open up the item for board discussion.
Mr. Chairman, permission to speak?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move this into executive session.
Okay. I have one question before we do go into exec session. In the packet at the last page, there's a picture of a building. What is that?
That is how the apartments would be looking like once
Oh,
they have them
Okay,
completed.
okay, so,
I've got another question. The restriction on that subdivision is limited just to one family residential or whatever size lot, correct?
For that one, yes, if it is residential, it would just be,
And they only allow maybe a one-car garage. I know somebody had come in here, I don't know, 12 years ago. What they want to do is put a shop in the back. It was one of the big lots. They had their house, they had a business, they want to put a shop. And I think we granted it because the guy owned it and that's where he was going to run his business out of. But that was the extent of it, and I know because my brother owned a property there. He also thinking of doing apartments. When we read the legal description and the deed restriction, it's prohibited. It was grandfathered in. So, That's all I got for you guys, but I just wanted to make sure that was the case.
Okay. In accordance with chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, section 551.071 through 551.087, City of Pharr Planning and Zone Commission members hereby give notice that we'll meet in closed session. Time is 6:30. We will return. Okay, time is 6:49 and we return from executive session. We'll continue with the board discussion. Any further discussion? None? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve staff's recommendation to deny change of zone 220106.
I'll second, Mr. Chairman.
Second? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Next item. No questions. No, this isn't an open meeting. We have an agenda. Thank you. You can check with staff tomorrow and they'll answer your question. Okay?
There's some of this paperwork.
All right. Good evening, Commissioner. For the record, my name is Heriberto Martinez, your planner two for City of Pharr. Tonight, we have three items before you for your recommendation. Item number one, applicant M2 Engineering PLLC, representing Irene Uribe Manrique, president of Star Trail Holdings LLC, is requesting final plat approval of the proposed Star Trail subdivision. The property is legally described as being a 3.879 acre tract of land comprising of all Lot 1 Fernandez subdivision and a 2 acre tract out of Lot 113 Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 1100 block of East Eldora Road. The property is located within the City of Pharr extraterritorial jurisdiction, ETJ. The adjacent zones are single-family residential district, R1 to the south, and the surrounding properties are within the extraterritorial jurisdiction, ETJ, to the north, east, and west. The property is designated for single-family residential use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, apartments, variances, none requested. Development Services recommends final plat approval of the proposed Star Trail subdivision, subject to the following conditions separate for you. Also, just a note, staff has recommended owner to voluntary annex into City of Pharr limits. Property, it is abutting to city limits. And also, this item will go before City Commission meeting on March 7th, 2022 at 4 p.m.
This item does not require a public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open the item up to board discussion. Questions? None? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move for final plat approval of the proposed Star Trail subdivision number 190304.
Second?
Second, Shorty. Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Okay, second item, applicant R. Gutierrez Engineering Corporation, representing Esmelda Montanez, is requesting preliminary plat approval of the proposed Montanez subdivision. The property is legally described as being a 0.32 of an acre of land out of Lot 325 Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 300 block of West Dicker Road. The property is currently in zone single-family residential district R1. The adjacent zones are agricultural open space district AO to the north, general business district C to the east, and single-family residential district R1 to the south and west. The property is designated for commercial use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, a used car lot. Variances not requested. Development Services recommends preliminary plat approval of the proposed Montañez subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you.
Okay, this item does not require public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open up the item to board discussion. No questions? None? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move for preliminary plat approval of the proposed Montañez subdivision, subdivision 211140.
Second.
Second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Okay. Next item, applicant South Texas Infrastructure Group, representing Ria Mota, president of Brownstone Consultant LLC, is requesting preliminary plat approval of the proposed B Stone Park subdivision. The property is legally described as being a 1.52 acres out of lot 168 Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Illinois County, Texas. The property is located within the 1500 block of North Sugar Road. The property is currently zoned General Business District C. The adjacent zones are Heavy Commercial District 8C and Single Family Residential District R1 to the north, and General Business District C to the east, south, and west. The property is designated for industrial use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, retail. Variances, none requested. Development Services recommends preliminary plat approval of the proposed B Stone Park subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you.
Okay, this item does not require public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open the item up to board discussion. No discussion? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move for preliminary plat approval of the proposed B Stone Park subdivision 211247.
I will second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Okay, next item is announcements and other business.
No new business, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank
No new
you.
business is good.
Last item is adjournment.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second. Okay, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries. We are adjourned. 6:57. Thank you.